My husband keeps sneaking out in the middle of the night. As the title says, my husband keeps sneaking out in the middle of the night. For basically as long as I can remember, I've gotten up at around 4 a.m. or so, to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That's just how my body is. And lately when I do so I won't find my husband in bed, in fact I can't find him anywhere. He does have pretty bad insomnia. And sometimes on really bad nights I would find him in the living room watching TV, or playing a video game. Also, it's not every night. It's maybe every other night that he is sneaking out. I'm trying not to let it bother me, but this has been going on for about a month now. And I'm starting to get really annoyed/worried about where he's going. And what he's doing at such weird hours of the night. It happened again the other night, and I stayed up until he decided to come home at 6 a.m. Mind you, I don't know how long he was actually gone, just that he hadn't been there from about 4 a.m. until then. I admit I was pretty cranky and annoyed when he got home, and I asked him where he had been. He told me not to worry about it, and let's go back to sleep. I kept pushing and he said he just goes out for a walk. I wasn't satisfied with that answer, but the conversation kept going back to he just takes a walk to burn any extra energy or to clear his head when he can't sleep. So I decided to drop it, as I was pretty tired and had to be up in an hour to go to work anyway. Well, it happened again tonight/this morning. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't find my husband anywhere. Again, I was really annoyed. And I stayed up to see when he would get home. It was 5:35. So that's an improvement at least. When he got home he looked so sleepy and climbed into bed. And without saying a word I got out and took my pillow and blanket and came to the couch where I am now. I know it's petty to give him the silent treatment. But I'm frustrated and I just want to be by myself right now. I can hear him snoring, so I guess his walk worked. I'm not sure what to do now. I'm exhausted and I honestly just want to know the truth. Should I confront him? I'm not big on confrontation, but at the same time I really want to know what's going on. TLDR, my husband is sneaking out and says he is going on walks to clear his head. I'm not sure where to go from here. Update. Hello all, I wanted to provide you with an update. Apologies for taking so long to update. My life has been a whirlwind for the past 8 months. And I honestly haven't been in the best mental state. Also, trigger warning. This update touches on topics of depression, drug use and cheating. So about 2 months ago a police car pulled up to my house, and 2 police officers knocked on my door. They told me they were there to do a wellness check on my husband's name, because his girlfriend hadn't heard from him in 3 days, and was worried about him. They asked me if I was his sister, or what my relationship to him was. I told them I was his wife, and beyond that I can't even remember what I said. I was in shock. I just remembered them leaving and me closing the door and crying. He was at work at the time, and when he got home he could tell I was upset. I mean, it was obvious, because every time I tried to speak I would just start crying again. Eventually it got to the point that, I guess, he knew he had to come clean. And he told me everything. So yeah, I found out he had been cheating on me with an ex-coworker of his. Not only this, but had been supporting her and her 2 kids. Because she couldn't hold down a job and he didn't want them to end up homeless. The reason she couldn't hold down a job is because she is into drugs, and would go on week-long benders where she just wouldn't show up to work. And he says that about a year ago she called him out of the blue and cried to him saying that she was about to lose her apartment because her husband was cheating on her, and had basically vanished. Ironic, I know, leaving her with all the bills that had to be paid. And her 2 kids needed food and new stuff for school. He says that at first it was just financially supporting her and her kids. Until he started doing the drugs with her, and that's when things escalated. He told me he had cut things off with her 3 days before the police showed up, and that's why they were doing a wellness check. So I asked him if that was where he was going when he was sneaking out. He said yes, for the most part. He also said, to be fair, I really would just go on a walk or drive around sometimes. And I know there are going to be questions about how I didn't notice the missing money. So here's my answer: we have separate bank accounts. He pays for his bills and I pay for mine. And our joint bills come out of my account, and he pays me back whatever the total is for those bills. And well, he never stopped paying me for those bills. And household things that were in his name never got shut off. So I never had a reason to think anything was wrong in that area. I have been so emotionally numb for these past 2 months, and he has been begging me for about 2 months to make a decision about our relationship. As in divorce or work things out, because being in limbo is really stressful for him. I honestly just don't want to even put any energy into thinking about the future at all right now. All of my friends and family are telling me to get a divorce. But everything had been great up until 8 months ago. And our lives are so intertwined. That feels so stupid to say. But I'm basically paralyzed with numbness. I did, however, make an appointment for couples therapy. So I guess I will see how that goes. He seems up to it. And I just wanted to extend a thank you to all the people that took the time to read this and the last one.